girl's in there. It's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad sometimes.
Game over, man. Game over.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
You are invited to an open house where horror will be your host.
Don't fall asleep.
Welcome to the Gavin in the Woods podcast. Woo! Before we do kick off, a quick reminder for our Adelaide or particularly adventurous Melbourne listeners. This Friday night, the 27th of October 2023, we are doing a live podcast and party at the Rhino Room in Adelaide, Perry Street. The tickets are on our profile. There's still time to get tickets. It's going to be fun. Come along, dance and get drunk.
Doors open at 9 p.m. Show starts about 9:30.
I will be on the door.
Woo!
Manning the door.
There's a threat.
Yeah,
There's a threat.
Yeah. So I will be the goon on the door, letting people in, and then I have to run up on stage and do this bullshit.
And from about 10:30, I'll be the goon on the floor.
Full of goon.
Yeah, woo! She died as she lived.
Vegan and under things.
Oh my God, you know my Tinder profile name.
I do, yeah.
Oh my God. What are your interests? Being vegan? Being under things?
She's like one of those cool rock stacks on the beaches near Bondi.
It's all the vegans piled up. Oh my Lord. But where do we get our B12? From all the sex!
Is there vitamin B12 in sex?
If you're doing it right.
Wow, you create your own vitamins. He's not my friend with benefits. He's my supplement. He's my sexual supplement.
Oh my God. Well, it's important to get your vitamin D.
Vitamin V. Or, unfortunately for you, the only one that rhymes is vitamin A.
Oh. No vitamin A
no
here.
Vitamin A.
No vitamin A here. No.
Not a fan of vitamin A.
Not a fan of vitamin A at all.
You'll just have to go without.
No, not even on your birthday will I take a vitamin A.
But then you have to move to vitamin E. That's like your ear. Like, that's just... I don't know. Maybe if you've got those punk rock flesh tunnel things.
I've often thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, there's a part of me, like, a deep part of me, but then I'm like, no, I don't do it because I'm not Harvey Weinstein. I'm not a sexual predator. But whenever I see those giant holes in earlobes, there's a part of me that is like...
Has it been fucked?
I just want to put my dick in it. Like, you know, even without a dick, I'm just like, plonk. I just on the bus, just boop, see if they notice. It's hired. Put it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can't convince your partner to go for it, you know, if you ever run into your partner in the car with a bag of dried apricots and a hole punch.
And hang on, the dried apricots are just like the flat bits. You'd just be wearing them like a pineapple ring on a stick.
Like a dick kebab. It's vegan.
Or maybe if you got like 100 of them, you'd create like a fleshy, one giant long apricot that you could like manipulate, like...
Yeah, like the apricot centipede. Wow.
Yeah, but less ass to mouth.
All this fruit going to waste in Australia because no one's there to pick it and they're not using our amazing marketing techniques.
Our unique dick picking for Valentine's Day. You and your partner. My dick picked this personally for you, honey. Plop.
Sunraysia apricots. Like the human centipede, but less ass to mouth. Bye, Sunraysia.
You know what? To be honest, like for some people, that might be the only way we're getting some fruits into them.
Oh, yeah.
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 Like, I'm just saying, appeting, you got to, like, think outside the box.
As a uni student who once was diagnosed with scurvy, yes. Although, look, I'm pretty open-minded, but I'm still not going to eat a giant, like, schlong kebab covered in apricots.
Sexist.
A little bit.
A little bit homophobic as well.
Well, not homophobic.
For your vitamins.
Can't it be on a lady?
Like a inner...
Yeah. And then
is that more prunes?
Yeah, then you got to get it out like a dog with one of those peanut butter conchas. Just for ages.
I apologise to anyone out there eating prudent dessert right now.
How did we go from a semi-professional plug for our live show to having to get your vitamins through cunnilingus in
Prunes.
the space of 4 minutes?
That's just part of the magic that you can see live this Friday at the Rhino Room. Woo!
There's so many tickets available. Please come. I'm on the door. That's how much we have to save costs.
We are literally trying to give them away free to cat ladies, and the cat ladies won't call us back.
Yeah.
No, honestly, do you know what it is? I think because the fans that we get are so amazing and dedicated, and they send us artworks and they send us dick pics, and they give us free subscriptions to streaming services.
That is pretty nice.
It's just the problem is that we are so bad at self-publicizing.
Yes.
Because I think both you and I, when it comes to talking ourselves up, we're just nah, we're shit.
I'm fucking terrible at
I'm
this.
fucking a cunt. No one will ever love me. So we're really bad at marketing.
Yeah.
So
Technically, I lost my job today. So we are going to be, we're desperate. We are going to make a deal.
so technically you lost your job. And so did you accidentally call someone a cunt? Did you?
It's never an accident.
Did you not touch the right schlong? What happened? Did you shit on a desk? Yeah.
Not yet. For the vitamins.
I would fucking fire you too. Oh my god, that's so traumatic. Do you want to talk about it or not talk about it? What happened?
Look, it's not a victim thing. It's just the reality of modern day work. Everyone just got told their contracts aren't being renewed.
Oh yeah, because
We're on contracts.
Yeah. So basically what that is, you've got to wait until 2 weeks from now till it clocks into the next project, and then they're like, hey.
Yeah. Have you ever wanted to go and clean train seats? Have I? Yeah. So that's pretty much where it's going.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, but that's good. You know what? That means you're free. You
and
can
motivated.
be creative. You can start advertising us 2 days before the show. Why couldn't this have happened a month ago?
I actually put in an application for, a lot of people don't know this, but the Melbourne International Comedy Festival, which is an incredible festival. It's just so good. Everyone should go.
John and Melbourne comedy.
Oh, no.
Sitting in a tree.
No,
Kissing.
No, we're estranged. And we've only just reconnected.
Oh.
But there's actually a festival within the festival, essentially. So they have these things called festival managed venues, which are the prime spaces run by the Melbourne Comedy Festival, so they can kind of curate quality acts.
Rent-controlled apartments
Pretty much,
in New York. Okay.
It's a good idea. It's a good thing the festival does, where they're basically like, okay, this person shows a bit of promise, or this person is a guaranteed ticket seller. Let's put them in the best place possible, make sure they're getting a proper venue management deal, all that sort of stuff. You have to apply for it.
Okay.
I put in my application today, which was the cutoff.
Was that the ominous sound of
Very much. And send. Anyway.
You told me about this, and I said just send a picture of you sucking a sausage. Did you do it?
No, I left it out. I should have. But my application was just unhinged. It's just I'm going to be on TV, and there's hot sauce, and the podcast. And I sounded like the old woman from Requiem from a Dream. I'm going to be on television.
Oh my God. But that sounds exactly like the kind of thing they'll be like, my God, he's going to be a star.
And they go, oh, no, it's SBS.
Ah.
Yeah. Which is Australia's, what is it? Is it
Public
PBS?
network? Yeah.
If you're a big fan of the News Hour, then...
All right, I'm going to just talk.
What are you
Say something
doing?
for a minute.
What are you doing? Oh, my God. Vegan problems. Whenever you bend over that much, I'm really worried you're going to fart. Like those chiropractor videos you see where someone's just getting manipulated and then...
That is not the position I assume before I launch an attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do you do it? You're more like a sugar glider?
But asked first.
Oh, I've seen that.
Like Garfield in reverse.
I've been to that strip club.
Oh. Oh my God. We've said this before and we'll say it again. Okay, so this week I have taken this week off work because I
Yeah.
wanted to get in preparation for our live show, you know, bring all the bits together, make sure all the research is done, everything's, you know, printed, you know, make sure I had some naps,
Yeah, naps are important.
you know, make sure that I'm like well and rested. Oh my God, I am 3 days in and I am, this is why they don't give us more holidays. I am literally prepared to just like burn it all to the ground. We shouldn't live this way. No one should work an 80-hour week. Like, I feel so free and I
Yeah.
have so many ideas and I'm so creative.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have spent 3 days binge watching The Boys
Yeah.
on, you know, because I've just got a streaming service. That's not my fault.
That's so good.
I know. Oh my God, it's changed my life. But yeah, oh my God, 3 days in, I'm like, this is how I want to live my life. I.e. not going to work, but still having a little bit of money.
You're not going to carve your name above the halfway house. Like the guy from Shawshank Redemption going bag up groceries.
I'm not going back, man. I'm
No.
not going back.
You've already crawled through that tunnel of shit.
Oh my God. The worst thing is, like, I actually really like where I'm working now. It's
Yeah,
for,
you
like,
work
for-
with good people.
Yeah, for
Are
some,
they coming to the live show?
I put a poster up on the fridge at work before I left. And then, because I didn't have, like, the courage to, like...
Oh, that is honestly one of the most daunting things you'll ever do.
Yeah.
Is the work fridge? Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what the worst thing is? Okay, so this new place where I worked, because I haven't been there that long. Okay, we're still talking in a matter of, like, weeks.
Yeah.
So obviously you're going to think, okay, how do I casually bring in to the conversation, I am in a podcast which signs off with there's no in necrophilia. So you're like, I'll gently weave it into the conversation when I'm ready, when I feel relaxed, when I feel that they're ready.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the place where I work now,
Yes.
they know what you're doing before you're doing.
Yeah.
And I was just casually standing in the kitchen where there was just one other person sitting in the kitchen and I'm just making my like vegan cheese toasty. And behind me, I hear, I heard some news about you.
Oh, hello.
What have you heard? You do stand-up comedy at the Rhino Room. What? So yeah, they found out about it by themselves.
Oh, wow.
So it was very kind of daunting. And
Yeah.
then obviously everybody knew about it.
Yeah.
So
Did you then get the standard follow-up questions? Do you write your own jokes? Love that one.
tell me something funny.
Yeah, tell us a joke. Tell us a joke.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm not the stand-up comedian. Like John is the stand-up comedian, so I directed them all to you.
You should be.
You know, I'm the if you need a cat that needs loving, that's what I do on this podcast.
And everything else.
Cat loving. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe some of them will be there. Maybe some of them won't be there. I don't know.
See, that's a much more positive reaction. So I took some of my hot sauce from my hot sauce business to the place where I work now.
Yeah.
And I left it in the kitchen and I sent out an email.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I've left some hot sauce in the kitchen for people to try.
Yeah.
And then I get an email back, oh, it's not there. Like, what? What are you talking about? It's gone. And then
Yeah.
I find out that someone's like, oh, try means take home, not just have with your lunch.
Yeah, but they might like their hot sauce on like their partner's rim. Like, do you know what I mean? Like they you don't know.
Well, if you like very garlicky octopus, then yeah, I imagine that's the way to go.
Maybe they thought it might have been inappropriate to like
would be
eat out ass in the lounge room at work.
Yeah, no, it's not the condiment for that.
The fine line between pleasure and pain.
Putting hot sauce on your butt hole crosses that line.
To any of our listeners, if you've ever put hot sole on your butt,
Do you think Steve-O listens to us?
I once had deep heat on my hands. That's from when I was playing rugby, and then went to like give myself a little scratch.
Yeah.
Before and just that was bad enough.
There's no polite way of putting this. I have had a blowjob after very hot food.
No.
Yeah. That was not fun. That was not fun.
But how does someone literally be like, oh, do you like your Vindaloo? Oh.
No, it lingers. Like, you would not believe how long capsaicin stays in your mouth.
How long between the food? Like, had you paid the
40
bill?
minutes. Like,
Okay.
40 minutes.
Wow.
And
very spicy.
It was very spicy and it was still there. And I tell you what, it is, whew, you know you're alive. You know you're alive. Like, honestly, without fucking, my dick was like one of those cartoon cigars, just ow.
But you stuck with it.
No.
What?
No, it was horrific. It was like my dick was at fucking the bloody Occupy Wall Street and just got pepper sprayed. It was awful.
It's fine. Just throw some water on it. And just keep feeling your way forward.
It just makes it sound like, get me a glass of milk.
Did you really withdraw the protest?
Yeah, we had to beat a tactical retreat.
Wow.
Yeah, it was horrific.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you get it off?
Hot shower, silkwood shower and crying. That's how.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so no spicy food this
No.
Valentine's Day.
Look, I mean, if you're a coward and you don't indulge in pleasures with the ladies, you can always just say, sorry, darling, I've just eaten hot wings.
Or if you want to surprise your lover this...
It's not a fun surprise.
It depends what you're into. Some
It's-
people might be into that.
Well, okay. I'm going to put a disclaimer. No blowjobs after our sauce for at least 40 minutes.
Okay.
It's like eating after...
Is that on the bottle?
It should be.
Well, someone will sue you now.
I know.
Someone will be like, oh, the dick.
Who
And they'll
told you
sue
to put the balm on? Like that.
Someone is going to sue you. You need to put a disclaimer on your website immediately.
No blowjobs within 40 minutes of this hot sauce. Yeah. Watch my sales plummet.
Are you kidding? Go through the roof. I can't wait till you're on morning television.
Oh my God, yeah.
Discussing with Carl how, you can't get you can't get a banana sundae for at least 40 minutes after this hot sauce.
Yeah. Everyone's going to miss out on so many vitamins.
And then so many sad, lonely men can blame the hot sauce. Oh, it's because I love hot sauce. It's not because women find me physically repulsive.
It's the number one selling sauce amongst really, really miserable marriages.
Oh my God.
What about a hand shandy? Just seeing someone splash it on their hands like they're about to put Old Spice on. Don't come near me. Covering yourself in bear urine.
Oh my God.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you're in a relationship where you really just hate each other, but you can't be fucked getting a divorce.
Yeah.
Just be like, for their birthday, just walk into the bedroom.
Yeah.
Just
Just splash it on the hands. No more headache. It's just gone. Archaeologists find these two skeletons in Pompeii just not facing each other, surrounded by hot sauce bottles. Like, what happened here?
You're obviously not married, Darren. I can tell you exactly what's happened here.
Just
Oh, my Lord. And you know what? We actually put it up on our website a few weeks ago, and I would like to take, a moment for that shining little star in heaven that's shining down, looking down upon us tonight, for that one fearless man in Pompeii who, as the volcano erupted and saw his world being covered in fire and ash, while others held their loved ones close, he decided to fap one out before the lava hit him.
as a pyromaniac, you can imagine that for him just would have been like, oh my God.
But it's the ultimate game of who's going to pop first, me or the volcano? Can I beat the volcano? I bet you I can.
Well, according to his death rictus, he did not win. He came a very distant second.
It's a competition you do not want to lose.
Damn, all this edging.
Oh my God. What was it? Remember when Game of Thrones came out and they were trying to make Kit Harington a star and they were putting him in all those movies and he did that really awful Pompeii movie? I think that would have been a much better ending if the two lovers had just went, look, we're not going to try and ride off into the sunset like in The Horse, or we're just going to stand there and look at each other. You know what? We've got about 48 seconds. We can get one in.
She finds the first bottle of hot sauce. Kit Harington's left to rub one out.
Oh. at knee height.
There are so many times where I think I should just press the fucking theme music button again. This is one of them. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Well, you know what? Speaking of life taking an unexpected turn
Yep.
and it not ending up where you wanted it to, this totally brings us, would you believe, to the topic of this week.
Thank goodness.
Oh, it's you every week. You derail it with your like hot sauce prune licking love making.
I'm free as a bird.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our topic this week, let me just say something while I...
Well, I'm not going to cover up for your alcoholism
It's not-
again.
I'm getting ready to bring the drama so I don't have to stop.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Did you just spill booze on your new laptop
No.
again?
Oh, good.
You were about to try and get your vitamins then, weren't you?
I'm going to be on it like a prune.
Yeah.
Emma Eckstein
Hello.
is the subject for this week.
Okay.
Would you like to see a picture of Emma Eckstein in her prime?
Okay. Yep.
Here is Emma.
Oh, yeah. She looks a little bit like Tony Liberatore from the Western Bulldogs. But there you go.
Do you want to show her to her?
Oh, I'm sorry. To our wonderful listeners. It's a very standard kind of 1900s portrait.
She's a handsome young woman.
Very toothsome almost. Yeah.
She was born in 1865 to a well-to-do family in Vienna.
Oh.
Her brother became a well-known figure in the country's Socialist Party,
Hey, hello.
and her sister became one of the first female members of Parliament.
Holy shit, this is a distinguished family.
Getting shit done.
Yeah.
Emma would become the first recognised female psychoanalyst.
Right. Okay.
But sadly, not the number one thing she would become known for.
Oh.
Sadly, Emma is now remembered less for her fabulous workings of her mind, but more for the horrific tragedy of one of the most notable cases of malpractice and quackery.
Oh, no.
In this week, we explore how a woman with a heavy period would come to lose her nose and ultimately her life.
Her nose?
Thanks to her trust in a doctor, Sigmund Freud.
No. Did old Siggy have some really, really good cocaine?
In this week's episode of Something Smells Freudian,
Oh, hello.
or The Freudian Slip of the Knife,
Oh, God.
or is that a knife in your pocket, or are you just a
Oh, no.
No!
How Freudian.
Is that a knife in your pocket, or you... Dramatic pause. Is that a knife in your pocket, or are you just a repressed bisexual with a subconscious longing for attention?
Why'd you look at me so accusatorily?
Emma Eckstein was a smart and active woman. She had questions. She wanted to learn. She wanted to grow. She wanted to make a difference in the world. But sadly, the biggest lesson that she has provided to the world is in teaching medical professionals about malpractice,
Oh, dear.
how to avoid it, and the devastating effects it can afflict. In 1892, at age 27, Emma Eckstein was in quite the enviable position.
Oh.
She had money. She was from a close family with political power.
Oh.
She had access to all the best advantages. There was nothing that could stand in Emma's way, obviously, besides the patriarchy and all the laws that said that she couldn't do things and own property and have a job or have pockets and
Yeah.
an opinion.
She's got
I want
a
to say no.
fantastic boy's haircut, though. Yeah.
Well, there was one slight problem in Emma's way besides the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Emma had a small limp.
Oh, that's nothing for the 1800s.
Oh, and sometimes Emma would have heavy periods and would experience cramps and depressions during her period.
Okay. Yep. Rightio. Mm-hmm.
Because obviously some are worse than others.
Luckily, great chocolate in Vienna. Yeah.
She had the really bad kind that even chocolate and like a Hungry Jack's delivery could not heal.
Holy shit.
So Emma reached out to a friend of the family to seek out some sort of relief. The family friend was a unknown Dr. Sigmund Freud. So Eckstein had a limp and suffered crippling cramps during her period. Well, Freud diagnosed the problem immediately.
Okay. I'm guessing this sets off the hundreds of years of women not being believed about their symptoms.
Well, for a start, clearly everything was the woman's fault.
Of course it was. Have you tried to not have endometriosis?
Have you tried not being a woman?
Just suck it up.
Could you maybe just be a man? And then you wouldn't have periods and the like. Just try being a man.
I'll try being a man one day. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One day.
One day.
Not if there's hot sauce involved, apparently. Retreat.
The only way I'll ever become a man is if at least 100 people come to see our live show on Friday night.
Oh, it's going to be awkward.
Oh, then I'll become a man.
Clearly, in Freud's opinion, she was suffering from hysteria.
I love that was just the diagnosis. Hysteria.
Which is fancy talk for mad woman syndrome.
I have observed that she is all over the place like a mad woman's shit.
And do you know what causes it?
Hysteria?
Being a woman!
It is a predisposition.
Oh, well.
Very hard to get insurance for being a woman when you are, in fact, a woman.
Oh. That was her first mistake.
Exactly.
Oh, you and your vaginas.
I think we're the only podcast in the world who, when discussing this, aren't just like, oh, but men can't be women and all this transgender bullshit that every podcast tackles. Dirt. I think I've just killed you with pure dirt.
But it wasn't just her being a woman that was the problem. And, that, and clearly the problem for having a limp and have a period, well, clearly the problem I've diagnosed. You clearly masturbate too much.
No such thing.
Too much if you're a woman.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Too much. In fact, I've diagnosed that you masturbate to excess.
To excess?
Look, at the time, the idea of a woman actually masturbating herself was not only shocking, but was frowned upon medically.
Yes. That's why they had the mutton chops when they grew them, so that their frown was more pronounced.
But clearly, woman, it will send you mad. Literally, that's what they thought.
Can you imagine going to the Explorers Club in the mid-1850s and just go, "So, Reginald, what do you think is the base amount for a woman to masturbate? Is it once a year? No, that's far too many times. Far too many times. She's hysterical. Twice in a lifetime? Well, that's borderline nymphomania.
Oh my God. I think it should just be once in the drawing room with closed curtains, obviously. If she should fall and accidentally her hand brushes against her skirt.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's the only one I'll allow.
Yes. Madame Belvedere in the drawing room with the candlestick. And thus the game of Cluedo was invented. It's really, where is my horribly unhappy wife?
It's
going
a whole
for a
different
diddle.
meaning.
Yeah.
A whole different meaning.
Colonel
In the kitchen with the rolling pin.
Colonel Mustard was just an appropriately shaped bottle.
Oh, no, that's where all the crying started.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Mustard.
Oh, dear.
Ooh.
The Reverend.
Tears to your eyes.
He chased her around the house trying to cast the demons out of her. The Reverend Green. Green with envy.
So she's a woman.
Okay.
She's masturbating too much.
How did we not just call the game Dildo instead of Cluedo? I don't know.
Ring, ding, 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 ring, ding, 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 ding.
Well, it would have been steam powered back then.
Yes.
Boop, boop.
I am still trying to like put together all the like the origins of the dildo
Wow.
episode. The problem is, if you pardon the pun, it's so big. It is such a fascinating history.
Yeah.
When you look at the things that people, usually men, have tried to put up women's vajays for health,
What, the
for
prunes,
science.
prunes and apricots.
Oh my God, seriously, there is a steam powered one.
That's amazing.
Woo!
Old Puffin Billy.
Oh my God, like riding the train had a whole different meaning back then.
She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes.
Hey-ha!
She's riding 6 white horses. That just shows you the sexual inadequacy of men back then, that it took 6 horses.
I thought there's a Queen Victoria joke in there somewhere, but... So she's a woman. She's masturbating too much.
Yes.
Okay, that's why she has a limp. Right?
She's got a smile, but a limp.
I've masturbated a lot, but I have never masturbated to the point where I've given myself like a cramp. Oh my God, when you hit that one nerve and it starts like, it does like you've hit like a nerve and you get like a twitch in your leg. Like I've had that, but I've never actually like got a limp. Anyway.
You've never needed a chiropractor afterwards.
So she's a woman. She masturbates too much.
Yeah.
Giving herself a limp.
Okay.
Luckily, Freud knew a guy.
Oh, okay.
This guy used cocaine. This guy prescribed cocaine. And this guy thought every human being in the world was bisexual.
So far, this guy's not wrong.
And that just about every part of the human body was connected to the nose.
Oh, so he's done a lot of cocaine.
Heart, how's your nose? Pain in the leg? Check your nose.
Well, he's a cocaine dealer. He's got a conflict of interest.
Heart problems? Nosy at the nose. Sexual dysfunction? Blow it out your nose holes.
Fair enough.
The friend was Dr. Wilhelm Fleiss,
Oh, hello.
whom Freud seemed totally infatuated with.
Well, there's the bisexual part.
Bisexual. See, that's the problem with all this like psychoanalysis.
Yeah.
When they sat down and they're like, "Oh yes, this is what everybody is thinking." No. That's what you're thinking, honey. That's not what the rest of the world is thinking. All right, that's what you're thinking.
Yes, call up Wilhelm. We'll get a bag. We will solve the world's problems.
It's just you and I, Wilhelm.
You need to hear my beats. I call it Trap House.
That's not my hands playing that beat. You know what I mean? Oh, Lord.
So these two cokeheads have gotten together and decided she's ringing the devil's doorbell too much.
Oh, my God. Are you a doctor, sir? Are you a doctor? So Freud consulted with his friend about Emma and her sore tummy and her limp.
Yep.
The treatment plan they conceived to get her
Yeah.
after numerous letters back and forth with each other for months. Oh no, we're only talking about the patient.
Who writes to their coke dealer?
Send nudes. So this is their treatment plan.
Okay.
Basically, can we see if she could try not being a woman? Has she tried being a man? She's refusing to be a man.
Fair.
B, tell her to just stop masturbating. That'll fix your limp.
That is a really critical fucking change of behaviour.
All our listeners out there who have a limp,
Some of our listeners right now are masturbating. I'm sorry to call people out like that, but we got some fucking degenerates that follow us.
oh, it tastes like prune juice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got the Cluedo going.
But okay, so if you've got a limp, okay, stop masturbating and let us know if it's cleared up over a week.
Actually, finish it off. Knock it out, get it out the park, then tell us.
I don't want no. See, that's it. Maybe leave it.
Do you want the frustrated energy of a stifled orgasm in a
Maybe.
message, or do you just want a nice little happy note?
Can you imagine if that's what cured everything? just
It does.
blue balls.
It does. There's that old joke. If you're making bad decisions, fucking go have a wank. Come back suddenly, you don't want to order that Uber Eats dessert. You don't want to buy that bad car. You don't want to message that ex. It's all fucking just have a wank.
Oh.
Cures what ails you.
You say we could solve all war problems and be like, have you wanked about it?
Not fucking Gaza, clearly. Like that's...
No, I kind of feel if they all just went home and had a wank, that'll just...
Well, Netanyahu would have
Calm
to have
the
a
fuck
lot
down.
of fucking wanks to calm his fucking farm.
If that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Heal the world.
Just walks out
wank
with a
the
fucking smile.
world,
You know what?
make it a
You can
better
put the water
place.
back on. You can put their water back on.
Wank the world. We need to start it.
We wank the world. we wank the children. Oh, dear.
Number one hit in the Vatican. Oh, we're going to get shut down.
Yes, we are.
Come see us live.
God, I hope your colleagues don't come to our live show now.
See, this was their other option.
Yeah.
Let's cut off part of her nose. That will stop her period cramps.
Why? Was it literally to spite her face?
It was handy that the problem was all in her nose, as Wilhelm just happened to be a doctor who specialised in nose, ear, and throat surgery.
Let's just cut off her nose.
His usual treatment for anyone coming into his practice was pretty much diagnosed pretty much anyone who went in. He went, oh, you're clearly suffering. This is my own personal theory, but oh my God, it just happens to align with exactly what you have, which is nasal reflex neuroses.
What?
And the cure to that was to get them on cocaine, jam a red hot poker in their nose, and just sort of wiggle it about.
That sounds very Egyptian.
And cauterize the inside of your nose.
Right.
Which, according to Wilhelm, was completely, always 100% completely successful.
Right. So this guy,
Probably just because no one ever came back to saw him again. Well, they were clearly cured.
this guy has literally just done too much coke one day, nosebleed. And he's like, fuck it. Puts a hot knife up his nose like a fucking coke addict would. Can't feel shit because the coke's good. Stops bleeding. Well, there you go. Cures what ails you.
You 100% have his theory. He had came to this theory after patients who came to see him, basically complained, I have this ailment, I have this ailment.
Yeah.
And he gave them all cocaine.
Right.
And found that people always reported feeling better
Well, yeah.
after the cocaine.
No.
So Wilhelm concluded that the reason for this was because the nose was connected to every other part of your body.
Not because he's putting fucking Peruvian marching dust.
How amateur of you. No, sir, you need to look beyond that. Clearly, the nose controls the human body.
Wow. Look, I'm certainly not a seasoned traveller when it comes to cocaine. I've done it once, and I immediately, within seconds of it, just goes, I do not need this kind of confidence. Within seconds. I was just like, no, this is not me. This is bad.
Well, I told you that time, people have given me, cocaine.
Yeah.
And because they're always like, yeah, you get it. And, I have just taken it and just... I'm already at that level of confidence.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, nothing.
Oh, wow.
Just nothing. I'm already burning at that level. So just waste of money.
Could have just been Australian cocaine, which is shit.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm just at Australian level of... I haven't tried, direct from Colombia confidence.
Yeah. That's a bit... Hang around with some pro comics.
Oh, okay.
Not me, but yeah, the
All
ones
right.
that can afford
Well,
the
you
real
said
stuff.
pro.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
You should have a wank before saying awful things like that to me.
Oh, good times, good times. Have you tried cocaine about it?
Have you had a cocaine wank?
So that's how he came to his conclusion, okay? After giving everyone cocaine, everyone's feeling better. It's the nose. It's not the cocaine, it's the nose.
Yeah.
See beyond the dust of... Did I mention he also was using cocaine?
No, I never would have guessed.
Medicinally?
Yeah, I never would have guessed.
But with Emma, Wilhelm thought next level 4D chess. Thought, if I have such massive success with cauterizing the nose, imagine the success I could have if I cut off part of inside her nose and just removed the inner cartilage.
That's some cokehead logic.
Would you like to see an inner diagram of a nose?
Oh, okay, yep.
So you can sort of get an idea of what he was doing in surgery.
I can, yeah.
Okay. So if I turn this around...
Okay. Oh, yep, radio.
Okay, so you can see the inner bits
I can see, yeah.
of a nose, all the little bits. So you see these things here. The nasal, what do they call them? The nasal concha?
It's like a intake manifold made by Edelbrock. Yeah.
So his idea was he was going to go in and just cut out this cartilage.
Yes.
Because that'll cure her limp
Yeah.
and her period cramps. Cocaine. Hell of a drug. It's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
So that was his big plan. Maybe we should just try cutting out part of her nose.
Yep.
Ah, Lord. So after months of Wilhelm and Sigmund writing to each other back and forth for months. Oh my God, I can't wait to see you next. Oh my God. Oh, we do cocaine. We can touch each other's beard. Oh. They decided to cut out part of Emma's nose.
Fuck.
The big day came.
God.
They were reunited. Oh my God, we should totally wear matching outfits to the operation. Oh.
I tell you what, though, this explains just how much periods suck if you're prepared to have your nose removed.
So before they did the surgery on Emma,
Yeah.
Wilhelm actually did a little bit of surgery on Sigmund,
Right.
who was having heart palpitations.
Oh.
Oh, probably because he's in the same room as Wilhelm. Oh my God, I can't believe this day is really... Oh. So he gave him coke. They then did the operation on Emma
Oh, Jesus.
in a cloud of coke. Ah. They gave her some cocaine as well.
Fuck.
And then a local anesthetic.
A local.
A local anesthetic.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Which back then was cocaine.
Have you tried some cocaine with your cocaine? They then proceeded to cut out part of the internal workings of Emma's nose and cut away the inner cartilage.
Oh, Christ.
Local anesthetic.
Oh.
Wilhelm then packed her nose with some gauze and sent her home.
Packed her nose with gauze.
Cut out the cartilage, stuck up some gauze, sent her home.
See, this would have been referred to as innovation back then, which for anyone listening at home, whenever you hear that language in medicine by people who aren't doctors, aka Elon Musk and Neuralink, this is the kind of shit they're doing to monkeys, which in 100 years' time, space nerds will be podcasting about.
Yeah, just... This may shock you, but it wasn't long before Emma's nasal condition began to worsen.
No.
Emma would bleed constantly from her nose and taste blood in her mouth.
God
Have to
damn.
spit it up.
Oh, Christ.
Then a horrific discharge began leaking from her nose and mouth.
Okay, yep.
Then the ungodly smell began
Oh, no.
from her head.
Oh, no.
Emma kept changing the gauze at the entrance to her nose constantly, but it made no difference. Emma went to another doctor who inserted a drain into her nose. But her condition continued to worsen.
God damn.
This doctor called in a second surgeon, so by now it's like her fourth surgeon, who went back into Emma's nose. Freud, I'm a friend of the family, decided to attend the surgery.
Yeah.
Freud himself noted what happened after this surgeon went into her nose in a love letter written to Wilhelm. March the 8th, 1895. Dearest Wilhelm!
Who starts this kind of letter with dearest?
When you're talking about a woman that you both got high on coke and cut her nose off.
Just botched her surgery. Jesus.
Just received your letter and am able to answer it immediately. Fortunately, I am finally seeing my way clear and am reassured about Miss Eckstein and can give you a report which will probably upset you as much as it did me. But I hope you will get over it as quickly as I did.
Oh, God, what a fucking monster. Bad.
Fucker. Yeah. I wrote you that the swelling and the hemorrhages would not stop and that suddenly a fetid odor set in. Okay, so he goes on, he talks about the drainage that the other guy didn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. And so then they go back for the next surgery, so after the draining.
Yeah.
There was still a moderate bleeding from the nose and mouth.
Oh, and all of this pre-antibiotics. Can you imagine the fucking pain?
The fetid odor was very bad. Roseanne's, that's the new surgeon, cleaned the area surrounding the opening, removed some sticky blood clots, and suddenly pulled at something like a thread. And kept pulling.
Oh, God.
Before either of us had time to think, at least half a meter of gauze had been removed from the cavity. So they were so high on coke, he had left like a meter of gauze in her, right in the back of her.
Jesus.
Left it in after the surgery. Was literally rotting. So they pulled that out. You can imagine, so this has been like a couple of weeks in her.
That's fucked up.
In her.
Oh, toxic shock.
They pull it out.
Yeah.
The next moment came a flood of blood.
No.
The patient turned white. Her eyes bulged and she had no pulse.
Fuck.
Immediately thereafter, however, he again packed the cavity with fresh gauze and the hemorrhage stopped.
A literal finger in the dike. Oh my God.
It lasted about half a minute, but this was enough to make the poor creature, whom by then we had lying flat, unrecognizable.
The poor creature? Family friend. Family friend to poor creature in the space of, what, $500 worth of coke? Whew, there's your fucking don't do drugs ad. It's not the drugs, it's the fucking people.
In the meantime, that is afterward, something else happened. I don't know why I've gotten this. He's German. I don't know why.
No, I like the Mexican vampire. It suits him.
At the moment, the foreign body came out.
Mexican vampire. Surely garlic doesn't work on them.
Everything became clear to me.
Well dodged.
And I immediately afterward was confronted by the sight of the patient. I felt sick.
Whoa! You did this!
After she had been packed, I fled to the other room. I drank a bottle of water and felt miserable. Poor me. The brave Frau Doctor, that's Freud who'd brought his wife, then brought me a small glass of cognac. And I became myself again.
Wow, what a piece of shit.
She had dared to upset me with her bleeding and her pus. I gave her free gauze, and this is what she does to me.
What a fuckhead.
Roseanne stayed with the patient until arranged. Nothing further happened that evening. That following day, that is yesterday, the operation was repeated. The last bit of cartilage was broken wide open.
Oh.
The packing removed and the womb sutured. There was scarcely any bleeding. Since then, she has been out of danger, naturally very pale and miserable with fresh pain and swelling. Wait for it. Oh, wait for it.
Oh, God.
Wait. So all of this is because of what him and his coked up boyfriend did to her.
Yeah.
And then malpractice left gauze in her head.
Yeah, they fully malpracticed her.
She had not lost consciousness during the massive hemorrhage. When I returned to the room, somewhat shaky. Well done for making it all about you, Freud.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was so upset. I had cognac. Oh, poor me. When I returned to the room, somewhat shaky, she greeted me with the condescending remark, "So, this is the strong sex."
Oh,
How dare she be a bit snippy?
bit snippy.
How dare she?
Oh,
Just because I've almost ruined her with my malpractice and almost killed her.
yeah. He still somewhat ironically looked down his nose upon her.
At least you've got a nose to look down.
Exactly. Wow. Wow.
I do not believe it was the blood that overwhelmed me at that moment. Strong emotions were welling up in me.
This guy writes like a fucking Morrissey lyric.
So we had done her injustice. She was not at all abnormal. Rather, a piece of iodoform gauze had gotten torn off as you were removing it and stayed in for 14 days, preventing healing. At the end, it tore off and provoked the bleeding. He then goes on in great detail to explain, oh my God, it's totally not you. You're a totally awesome doctor. Like, oh my God, this could have happened to anyone. I totally love you. Of course, no one is blaming you. I'm blaming you.
Pretty sure she fucking does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Miss Snippy blames you. I blame you. I think you blame.
I blame him.
I think our listeners blame him.
Yeah.
No one is blaming you, nor would I know why they should. Because of the malpractice, mate.
Is this guy literally writing this in case it might get put in court?
And I only...
You are not guilty. Not at all. No, it was the other person. It was Colonel Mustard.
We were totally innocent and did everything right and could not be litigated.
Exactly. You can't be sued when you're on cocaine. That's in the law.
And I only hope that you will arrive as quickly as I did at feeling sympathy, and rest assured that it was not necessary for me to reaffirm my trust in you once again. As far as my condition is concerned, you are certainly quite right. Strangely enough, it is far easier for me to be productive when I have mild troubles of this kind. Bitch is almost dying. Mild trouble.
Mild trouble's cured by cognac.
So now I am writing page after page of the therapy of hysteria.
It's a great album by Def Leppard, but no.
All of this, the woman's fault.
Of course.
An odd idea of a different sort, so I shall entrust to you only after we have Eckstein off our minds.
And our books by the sounds. Mm-hmm. Yikes.
With cordial greetings, your Sigmund.
He really signed it that way? Your Sigmund. That sounds like a shoegaze band from the 90s.
Wilhelm? What?
Oh, your Sigmund.
You think everyone's bisexual? No, it's literally just the letters between you and Wilhelm.
Yeah. Your
Like,
Siggy Piggy. Yeah. Oh.
it's not everybody. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. The two of you need to explore it openly and honestly.
Yeah. In terms of bad ideas being solved by a wank, these two guys should have gone at it like teenagers when they first got SBS.
You know what? I have a feeling that's the only thing they didn't try over Miss Eckstein.
Yeah. Should we do a bunch of cocaine and then just chop this bitch's nose off? I think it's time we had a bit of a five-knuckle shuffle.
Oh, have we wanked about it? This is science! Shut up! You wouldn't understand.
Science
Silly woman.
wank.
Science wank! Get me my science stones!
You wouldn't do that. You'd warm them up in the oven so they're warm.
Fucking men! Oh my god! I swear to God, that's all your brains think about. Look, there's a thing. Can I fuck it? How do I fuck it? Everything. Doesn't matter what it is. Stop thinking that way. That's why the planet is fucked up. No!
There's a great song in that somewhere.
I'm calling it the Captain Kirk principle. You've got to stop meeting things and thinking, can I fuck it? That's not the question you should be asking.
It's the prime directive. Tennis shoes and whiskey glasses.
Prime directive of your pants,
A sandwich
baby.
I found in the bin.
Can I fuck it? Yes, we can.
Banana skins and an old Doc Martin. I'm pretty sure all of them I can fuck.
I was going to say, are we listing off your numbers? There's number 1, number 5, number 3. Oh, Lord.
The coin return slot in an old telecom payphone.
Is that why they shut them down?
That's why they shut them down.
Oh. After this depravity, Wilhelm started writing letter after letter to her doctors in Germany, telling the doctors how to treat Emma. Her new doctors decided to not listen to the man that had left half a metre of gauze in her nose.
That is the personification of a cocaine conversation. This is what I think you should do. Okay, it didn't work before, but I think it'll work this time. What you got to do? It's like, oh fuck, have you seen that Tarantino film? It's so fucking good. But what we got to do, man? The fucking Fight Club is so good. By the way, I know Tarantino didn't make it, but we got to fucking do this, man. But seriously, just give her heaps more cocaine and just chop her whole fucking nose off. It'll work. You're just going to go to the toilet. You're going to get yourself a drink. Okay. So Liz is going away to find things in the fridge. No, you literally can go get a drink. It's fine. I'll sing more of the "Can I Fuck It" song. Go
Your
on.
personal theme tune. If you were a Bond victim, can I fuck it?
It's like that scene in the end of The Usual Suspects where you just look around the room and just like, there's an Underwood typewriter.
Coffee cup, pot plant, with the odd.
As Lou produces the goods
Oh my God! It's like you had the best girlfriend in the world.
until she has chili sauce.
Yeah, you run a chili sauce business.
I know,
Should
but-
you really be?
It blew up. It's my rosebud. It blew up in my face.
In more ways than one. Oh my God! Oh God!
For an alcoholic, you're really not good at opening bottles of booze.
It's this one that's gonna pop.
Give it here.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Just don't point it at me.
I'm not pointing it at you.
People die every year from like popped bottles. Yeah, exactly.
I got it.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
It's got a force field.
I should have just brought a straw.
Should have.
Where was I? Okay. You were trying to fuck something.
The thing that just came off a champagne bottle. My Ventolin inhaler. That last little bit of ice cream at the bottom of the tub.
Oh my God! But you know what? If it's like the what do you call it? You know where it has the trio of colors, like the white, the pink, and the brown.
Neapolitan.
That's kind of beautiful. Then it's like a by Rachel.
By
wanking.
Rachel?
It's a by.
By Rachel.
Let me have another drink.
Hello,
Joe.
Freudian. You know two Rachels and you're going to go there.
That was my stripper name. But anyway.
Like a racist redneck having to explain his search history to his girlfriend. I swear, darling, I wasn't searching biracial. I was trying to find Bob Rachel.
No, but it would be beautiful. It's like all the, the colours of the rainbow.
Ebony and ivory.
Getting fucked together in my freezery.
I'll scoop it into this football sock and have my evil way with it in the shower.
Off tune. Mate.
I'm sorry. It's messy, but not a monster.
That's why you were kicked out of the Beatles. A month.
We all fuck in a yellow submarine.
Awkwardly, your grandfather still talks about fucking in an Oriental submarine, and you're like, Granddad, you can't say that.
You were in the Air Force. What were you talking about?
A month after this surgery, you've just derailed it. A month after this surgery, Emma had another massive hemorrhage.
No.
Through her nose and mouth. So intense, doctors feared she may bleed to death.
Yeah.
But luckily, they were able to stop the bleeding. Emma spent the next few weeks in bed on morphine with her nose repacked after every hemorrhage.
Jesus, man.
But the other thing is, she is so lucky because she comes from a wealthy family.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they had just done this to some shit kicker's wife who lived in the back of a pub? She wouldn't have been able to afford all these...
They're not wasting good cocaine on a street urchin.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So the only reason she's alive is because she's rich.
Yeah.
I'm like horribly alive, but, Freud, meanwhile, continued to send updates to Wilhelm, writing as part of their letters. For me, I'm going to do it in a Spanish accent because that's the kind of sexy Freudian vibe that I'm getting from these letters, like Antonio Banderas. Arrah. For me, you remain the physician, the type of man into whose hands one confidently puts one life and that of one's family.
This is the worst Mills and Boone novel.
Meanwhile, Freud continued to treat Emma psychologically.
Fucking hell.
It is believed that a lot of his theories of psychology he invented whilst treating Emma. Emma continued to have heavy flow periods.
No.
Still had a limp. She still had heavy flow periods and intense cramping, which Freud now deduced were not at all caused by a physical issue at all.
No. Now that he ruled out her nose.
But a psychological one.
Oh, God.
Her periods and her limp.
Yep.
Psychological.
Yep.
In this case, it was Emma's unrequited sexual longing.
For what?
For Freud, according to Freud.
Are you serious? He genuinely... this bitch is crazy, man. She wants to fuck me. That's... Oh, my God.
You see what she let me do to her nose?
Yeah.
Bitch is asking for it.
She's crazy, man.
And those pesky physical side effects, like the rivers of blood rushing from her nose, were hysterical wish bleedings.
What? Wish bleed?
These are his words. Wish bleedings. Wish upon a star.
Wow.
Hysterical.
Wish.
Wanky wish bleedings caused by Emma's, his words, wish to be loved in her own illness. Basically, bitch is doing it for attention.
Wow.
She is bleeding from the nose for attention.
This dude is the fucking ultimate gaslighter. Holy shit.
Yeah, where's your fucking research paper on fucking gaslighting, Freud?
Yeah. And then you question him. It's like, I think you're a bit of a crackpot. Yeah, I think you want to fuck your mum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
What the fuck?
Oh.
I think I'm gonna fuck.
I'm a doctor and I can see. I use my powers. You want to fuck your mum.
What? No, I don't. And then everyone is like, oh my God, you hear that guy wants to fuck his mum? I don't want to fuck my mum just because he said it. It's not true.
Run away.
Shut up, mumfucker.
This bitch over here wants to fuck me. Look how much she's bleeding. You can tell.
Full exorcist in the background. And there's just Freud in the middle of it. Wow, look at everyone trying to fuck me and their mum.
What a fucking lunatic. I had no idea. I haven't read any Freud at all, so holy shit.
You were too busy fucking your mum, apparently.
And a footy sock full of Neapolitan ice cream.
Oh my
Tried
God.
diagnosing that with my magical wish bleeding from that. Magical wish bleeding.
But what he had going on with Wilhelm, totally platonic.
Oh, totally platonic. But just look over there at the chick bleeding from her nose because she's made a wish. Mm-hmm. There's the worst Make-A-Wish Foundation in the world. I want to meet a footy player. Blood.
Oh, it gets better. So she's wish bleeding, caused by basically she's doing it for attention. And it only occurred because of Emma's desire to re-arouse, his word, re-arouse Freud's interest in her and her case.
Fuck.
Freud spent 3 years psychoanalyzing Emma.
3 years. But she's the one who wants to re-arouse. Wow.
She's the one that's fixated.
Yeah, yeah.
If after 3 years your diagnosis, she just wanted to fuck me.
The old race for worst Austrian of all time just got tighter, didn't it?
We thought it was a shoo-in.
We really did.
Enter old nose fucker over here. Oh my God. Oh my God. They're just Jewish for attention. No, mate. No, that is all on you. That is all on you. Fucking hell. So we spent the next 3 years psychoanalyzing Emma. Meanwhile, as Freud's career began to take off, he and Wilhelm had a bit of a falling out.
No.
And Freud, in anger, burnt most of their letters and sent a letter to Wilhelm demanding that he do the same.
Oh, that is a normal reaction. And if you question it, you want to fuck your mum.
Don't you motherfucker burn all our love letters.
Burn their letters.
Burn my letters immediately. It's not gay. You burn the letters. It's not gay.
As he starts bleeding from the nose.
Gets a limp. But Wilhelm did not.
Good.
Basically, the reason they're falling out came between the two men. And Freud had once called Wilhelm the Kepler of biology.
Oh, my God.
So Kepler basically was like a star of
the telescope's named after him.
Yeah, exactly. So like of astronomy and like redefined everything. So that's what he used to gush and tell people that his boyfriend Wilhelm was.
Yeah.
He then came out, no. He would, much later in life, when people pestered him about it, concluded that it was a combination of a homoerotic attachment. All of us could have called that 20 years ago.
Yeah, two dudes sitting around doing a whole fucking bunch of coke writing love letters. Yeah. Yeah, that's Brokeback Mountain, my friend. Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm,
mm-hmm. You know what? I'm not a psychoanalyst, but it doesn't take me 20 years to realise.
Yeah. You don't want to fuck your mum. You want to fuck your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Homoerotic.
Yeah.
But that was because of the residue of his, again, these are Freud's words, his specifically Jewish mysticism.
What?
Lay Because he was Jewish and he was Jewish. So he created this whole homoerotic thing about them being Jewish, and it was just because they were Jewish, so he was having these weird feelings. It totally just wasn't because he wanted to put his dick in him, like, in a healthy, free, and loving way.
No.
It was because of this weird, well, he's Jewish and I'm Jewish, so of course we're,
What a fucking interesting way of looking at things. It's just like, we just did a bunch of cocaine and I kind of fell in love with him because of Jew magic. I mean, we just sat around writing each other's letters and braiding our little braids.
Yeah, dude, just give him a little, pretend he's a little prune and give in to that temptation.
Absolutely.
Just give in, explore it. It's beautiful. It's natural.
Yeah.
All right. There's no mysticism to it. So then, okay, basically they got into a hoochie-pudgy where Freud started putting out, papers, and Wilhelm was like, excuse me, you've totally just plagiarized my idea. And then Freud said, no, I totally didn't plagiarize you, but hey, maybe you'd want to be like co-author on this other paper that I wrote. And Wilhelm was like, fuck off, that's totally my idea. We didn't write that together, I did it together. And Freud was like, yeah, but who are you, dirty nose twiddler? And they fell out of favour with each other, and Freud burnt all of their letters.
Again.
Ah!
Fuck, what a dramatic dickhead.
I'm going to sweep up everything in the fireplace to re-burn it.
Another Austrian burning Jewish literature.
Just wank about it.
Exactly.
Just wank about it.
Just have a wank.
How different would history have been if everyone had just had a wank?
Take the hand, lower it. Done.
There's your mysticism right there, mate.
Solved.
I would say high five, but...
Yeah, no.
There should be no saluting at this stage.
There's never any saluting involved in a wank. Unless it's the 4th of July.
Too American.
I was doing it for the benefit of our American listeners.
Yeah, fuck them. So the two of them, two bitches who wouldn't just give in and just do each other, and then just sometimes it's one of those things where it's just everything it's like Wuthering Heights. If they just banged at each other, they would have just went, mediocre sex. You know what? We're both kind of shit people.
Yeah.
Moved on.
Yeah. But would you have gotten that brilliant Kate Bush album?
Oh, yeah, that kind of does make it worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. Fucking Wuthering Heights makes me so fucking angry. Just shit people making shit decisions.
Have a wank.
Yes. Oh my
No,
God.
you.
Yeah.
It's worth it for the Kate Bush record. You go rub one out and live with it.
Do you know how hard it is trying to sneak out a wank when you have multiple cats? Oh, God.
Why do you think I don't have a cat?
Oh, my God. They're like, oh, my God, you can't have a closed door. What are you doing in there? And you got to try and, get it out before they realise that you've got a door closed in the house.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
They hear the vibrator and they think there's something else purring. What do you got over there?
Have you got the laser pointer in there? So the two of them had a falling out.
You'll have to get one of the sucky dildos that sounds like the start of a Bon Jovi song.
Wow, wow.
There's 4 people still wanking to this podcast, you know.
Oh. Oh my God. At least you finally got a title for your audio book of your life. Wow, wow.
We're going to have to preface this podcast by telling people to run a bath, start some scented candles, and forget your troubles.
Oh my God. Sit on your hands so it's numb a bit.
That never works.
Emma Eckstein continued her own studies
Yeah.
and became the first female psychoanalyst, and even had a small print book published on the sexual education of children.
Is it Stay the Fuck Away from Sigmund Freud? With pictures?
Yeah, pretty much. You see this guy? Run away. But after several years, Emma completely withdrew from society due to the deformity of the features of her nose as it caved in upon itself.
Oh, that's no good.
Because that's pretty much what your cartilage does.
Yeah.
Gives your bone its structure. That's why Michael Jackson started to have problems because of all the,
Mental illness.
and then fuckers taking advantage of it and, cutting out the cartilage of his nose.
Yeah.
So her nose slowly started to cave in on itself, and her period pain continued until she saw another doctor who performed a hysterectomy.
Hysterectomy? Is that where it redirects to another person's uterus?
And it goes back in time and cuts out Freud.
You stick your dick in one person and it pops up in another? Like the teleporting?
Like a worm in June.
Ah!
He performed a hysterectomy on Emma. Doctors looking back today at Emma's case believe that she had a very much real condition, and they believe she had uterine fibroids.
Right.
Which is a very real condition, which causes things like heavy periods, heavy cramping, etc. Emma lost the ability to walk and then never left her bedroom. Spending most of her day lying on a couch in her bedroom with a folded in face. Dying from a stroke at age 59 in 1924.
Oh, man.
See, when we think about this stuff, it sounds like some barbaric stuff that was happening way back in the past. It's not that long ago.
No, the radio was a thing. Yeah.
After Freud's death, his daughter published a selection of Freud's letters. All letters mentioning Emma Eckstein were excluded.
No, all the malpractice stuff? No, the stuff that made him sound and look bad? They removed that, like so much of her nose?
Like a nose, it was cast from history.
Wow.
It wasn't until many years later that another analyst brought together the remaining letters between Wilhelm and Sigmund to light. But the handling of Emma Eckstein's case now serves as a teaching lesson on malpractice.
Good.
And how not to fall into patterns that would put a patient at risk, such as unproven or bizarre treatments, dismissing physical problems as psychological ones.
Yeah. Have doctors listened to this yet?
Covering up mistakes, doing cocaine before surgery, blaming the patient, and let's not forget good old-fashioned sexism.
Wow.
This case really did have it all.
Who would have thought Freud was such a piece of shit?
The man who was obsessed with sex and people fucking their mum, I think we all knew.
Yeah, okay. You've also underestimated just how much I love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh my God, I thought that's not what you were going to say. I thought you were about to say how much I love my mum.
Never. No. I'm just saying one of the best films of the 80s has now been ruined.
Well, because now, would you like to see?
Oh, are we going to see her face?
No.
Okay, good.
But, okay. So long before, so this was the beginning when they're, no, we're not in love. We don't want to touch each other on the penis. Wilhelm and Sigmund went together and got their pictures taken together in a couple's booth.
What?
Would you like to see a picture?
Yes, I would. Am I about to see some fucking Jewish mysticism right here?
Oh my God. Yeah, get ready to get gay. All right?
Wow.
If you're officially going for a couple's picture together at a photo booth,
their hands are 100% touching.
on each other's dicks.
It's like this. They're doing that little thing that you do. They're doing that.
Not even with their hands, with their dicks. Just their dicks are crossed below the photo.
Well, they're having a sword fight, you reckon?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
My My Jewish mysticism has just bumped into your Jewish mysticism.
Wow.
Yeah. Just casually went to a photo booth together.
Of course, that's the straightest thing you can do.
Oh my God. Especially in like the 19th century. Just two completely straight dudes.
Just two completely straight dudes with a shit ton of coke and the ability to operate on women.
Yeah. Just totally just hanging out, talking about women's hysteria.
Yeah. She totally want to fuck me. We should chop her nose off.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Have you seen that limp dirty bitch? I bet you she's at home touching herself.
Yep.
We'd never touch ourselves. Oh, when there we go. Fucking Freud. Seriously. Like, not everything's a penis, mate. Unless it involves you and Wilhelm, then everything is a penis.
Yeah.
That's why you were so obsessed with, like, you weren't obsessed with sex. You're obsessed with Wilhelm. You're obsessed with his dick.
Yeah.
We're not all obsessed with dick. You were obsessed with a dick. Maybe you wouldn't have chopped any women's noses off. Maybe you wouldn't have come up with any of your gobshite. Fucking hell. Ooh, did you have a dream about a submarine? Ooh. Did you dream about Wilhelm as well? Fucking Freud.
I'm going to burn his letters.
That'll teach him. Oh. So, that is the story of Emma Eckstein and Sigmund Freud.
That's fucked up. Wow.
Fucked up as their nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Just have a wank about it.
Have a wank.
I think sadly that's the piece of advice that we're going to come from.
If in doubt, rip one out.
Yeah. And realize not everybody is looking at the same situation and thinking, oh, I want to have a wank if you want to have a wank. That could just be you.
Could just be.
It could just be the special feelings between you and Wilhelm. Repression.
Yeah.
For a man who talked about sex all day, so repressed.
Very repressed.
Yeah. Just get on that Austrian Jewish dick.
Yeah. There you go.
Bang it out. You know what? He could have been his Mothman.
Could have been.
And everyone loves a Mothman because a real Mothman eats the carpet.
Indeed. And there's no in I don't want to be operated on by two coke-addled closeted homosexuals with terrible theories about women's reproductive systems. Or necrophilia. Have a wank.
Have a wank. Wank the world.
We wanked. You say it.
We came, we saw, we wanked.
Exactly. What's the Panem et Circenses? So just change it to bread and wank.
I'll see, my mind straight away is like, I can't wait for like James Cameron to like remake this episode. Just have the Wankinator.
Oh, yes.
The Wank 1000.
Come with me if you want to come. Let's end this madness. Come and see us on Friday.